beautiful passengers. Welcome back to the back of the semi-truck. And I know that a lot of you don't know what I'm about to say, but it has been 2 weeks since I've recorded anything for this channel. Granted, I've recorded so much previously that I really didn't have to record anything. But in between really screwing my ankle up at the house, and it's kind of a little painful depending on how I'm sitting here, and I've kind of modified how I sit because my ankle still hurts so much. But in between that and then doing yard work one weekend as well, where all of this is just so freaking congested that I could barely function yesterday. So as of recording it, or at least as of recording this, if I can get words in my head to come out of my mouth correctly, it is April 9th, I believe. And I'm about to finally get around to watching this RWBY episode 11, episode 12 animatic. It's an epilogue. That's what we're going to say, because I think that's how it's labeled on the, whatchamacallit. But it's a RWBY Season 9 epilogue. And it's about the same length as a full-size episode. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say other than I know here at the beginning we get them, if I could rotate it, letting us know something. So we do got them at the beginning. I don't know exactly what they're going to say, but I do know that they're going to say something along the lines of this was meant to be episode 12. And that threw me off a little bit because there was only 10 episodes in Volume 9. So, yeah, maybe they planned on 12, but they could only get the funding for 10. So, either way, a majority of you already skipped all of this because lately I've been putting the timestamp in the... I can't get words out of my mouth. Darn it. I've been putting timestamps on the thumbnail. And for those of you who did stay and listen to my ramblings, if you hear me cough, I do apologize. But my sinuses and all of that stuff is still acting up on me, and all I've got left is a chronic cough. So I might end up doing this number here, but now you know why. And of course, when I do cough, I'll mention that as I'm doing the reaction. But nonetheless, before I run my mouth more and more and more and more, I'm going to shut up. Hopefully some of y'all gone ahead and skipped it and just jumped to the 3-minute mark. So either way, 3, 2, 1, and play.
Hey everybody, I'm Carrie.
I'm Eddie.
And we have something to show you.
All right.
This is the original ending
Let's
for
see what
Volume
they got.
9. It was going to be the 12th episode.
See, that's what I meant. They said 12th episode.
But we thought, hey, let's share it with you guys.
Yeah, you'll probably see some version of this in Volume 10. It won't be 1-to-1, but it'll be something kind of like this.
Okay.
If and when it does come back.
Yeah.
Some brief context.
If
before,
and when it comes back, I don't know if that's them
of
hinting
Volume 9.
that they've
Originally
probably
ended
got
with the gang
something in the
getting back to
works
Remnant.
already.
They're looking at their own gravestone, and there was
But
a
I
little bit
feel
of a
like
cliffhanger where someone appeared and walked up.
that's
to
a
them.
hint to
We
us.
didn't know who that was, and that comes back into play.
That's
in the animatic.
And this is in no way polished or finished.
halfway greenlit. Maybe
we
they're
didn't
doing
animate
something
it,
behind the
but
scenes.
We thought it was in a good
So,
spot, and
yeah.
we wanted to share with you. We still really love the end message of it and the way that it caps off Volume 9. So
Really, 7, 8, and 9.
7, 8, and 9.
Always,
Yeah. So thank you all for
7,
watching.
8, and
We
9,
appreciate
okay.
it, and hope to see you again soon.
I've got a feeling they're going to end up getting a deal struck with somebody, and RWBY's not going to be gone forever.
We buried our friends today.
Did we?
I mean, you can't really bury someone that isn't there, but we needed to do something.
What?
We needed to move on.
Okay, I feel like... Who's
Putting the
speaking?
memorial at the gate site was Ren's idea.
Because it sounds like RWBY.
I I think everyone lost something that day.
Technically, we are getting our first glimpse at Vacuo. So that's good. I think it said Nora in the foreground. What do we got there? Is that Ren? No, that's our Gatling gun, huh? That's what I thought. Heck yeah.
When the sandstorm cleared, we saw Ambrosius had kept his word. We were just outside the city. It was a relief for us.
Oh, okay, I got it in my ear now. That's Nora
But
speaking.
evacuees.
Nora. For some reason, I was thinking it was Ruby.
Grim attacked the city for
Hey,
days.
a Grim Sandworm. Okay.
Things have calmed down since then. But there's still something worrying me.
The last thing we need is a kingdom of orphans.
It's not our fault we're here. No one came to help us when we needed it.
We've
This
had
is
our own
true.
problems. The world doesn't revolve around Atlas.
What's wrong with orphans?
Yeah. Come on, Nora, get him.
Hey, everything's gonna be okay.
I want to go home.
Oh, that would be really
What if we
sweet
can't
if
move on?
Nora ended up adopting some of the orphans.
What if we're all just too scarred?
Mm.
If there was anything I wish I could borrow from you, Ruby, it would be your certainty. You always believed things would work out. All the way up until the moment they didn't.
Huh. Feel like we just got a mixture of Oscar and Osmond there.
Osmond has no explanation of what might have happened to you, your team, Jean. I
I
thought maybe
feel
I
like
could
right
search
now
for an answer.
Osmond might be speaking.
But given Vacuo's history of colonization, its records of antiquity are even worse than most places in Remnant. Oz is fighting our merger just as hard as I am.
Huh.
We are in unforeseen territory now. Everyone worries the next Grim Assault will be the last. Too many people to take care of. Too many emotions. And dwindling time.
Huh. So I wonder how long it's been
You always believed in the best. Saw people for who they really were.
on Remnant itself then.
Some of us don't know anymore.
Huh. That's cool. Turns to nighttime. Okay.
How did you do it, John? How did you go from the boy at Beacon to the leader at Atlas? When you lost so much in between.
Huh. Hey. But you still put on a
Hey.
smile there, Ren.
I was going to try and cook some dinner for the gang, if you want to stick around.
Oh, that's really sweet. But I told Velvet I'd help her get more supplies out to the edge settlements. Would feel bad eating before those guys, you know.
Don't even worry about it. You just keep up the great work. Let me know if I can help.
You got it.
Velvet
Nora, she's putting the world on her
feels
shoulders,
like
and Oscar
she likes Ren a little there. Huh.
just isn't himself. never realized how much you did to hold us together.
So who are we gonna follow next?
Yatsu. Hey, I was just about to...
Oh yeah, what's he saying?
Who are they?
Crown? Oh, really? No place for royalty.
For a while,
Huh.
I tried telling myself that even though we lost a lot...
Okay,
in
and I
Atlas,
said something in my beginning
Sailor's
ramblings
forces were
before I
damaged
started
too.
this episode, but sinuses, I might
but
cough
she's
a
able to
little,
recover
so
by preying
fair
on those
warning.
filled with fear and anger.
I'm saying that because I feel a cough coming on.
We have to overcome them.
Excuse
I
me.
finally accepted you aren't coming back.
Oh, gosh.
It
I
should
wish I
been
could have
me.
paused right then because it showed us like
Not you,
4 or
not
5
Penny.
teams
Me.
that they would have had in this
I was the
episode.
one who stayed at Ironwood's side for far, far too long.
Okay. We're gonna focus on
I
Winter
was the
now,
one who let
okay?
the staff fall into Salem's hands. Because of me, Penny is gone. Forever.
Skit loud. Oh, long live the crown. Okay. That's good. Well, it's not good, but I'll try to save that thought for afterthoughts.
The Winter Maiden, Mishni.
What's happened?
When Salem left Atlas, she came to Vale. And now there's nothing left.
Huh.
Where's Glinda?
Gone, trying to find help. We led the civilian retreat, brought as many people with us as we could, and this is the only place we could think to go.
So Vacuo is the last place.
You were the one who believed in people.
You stole it! Give it back! I didn't steal
Who
it!
had faith they could be good. Whitley, Mother, they've worked hard to make amends. To fit in.
Okay. I thought at first it might have been Crow. Is that Crow?
One step at a time.
No. Oh. Or is it what's
No
his
amount of
face?
determination or hard
Ruby
work
and
will change where we find
Yang's
ourselves
dad. I can't really
Don't be
tell from the
sneeze.
animatic which one
Not
it is,
so high
honestly.
and mighty now, are you? What's it like living at our level?
I'm sorry.
We're leaving. Okay?
Huh. I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm not used to watching animatics around here.
How long are we supposed to live like this? Let's just leave.
What do you do when there's no hope left?
Huh. Interesting. Ruby was losing
She
hope
would know
as
what to
everyone
do,
else
sister.
was.
You were the true heir to the Schnee name. You and your friends, you did everything you could to save the world. You would be so disappointed in us.
Whitley, you really should cover up.
No, I won't hide forever.
Fine!
Hey! It's a shame we can't see his facial expressions that well, but I'm presuming that's his happy
Maybe it's
version.
for the best that you didn't have to see this waste.
Call me crazy, but I'm actually feeling a little optimistic about things. Go figure.
Are you?
Don't get me wrong, it's bad. In fact, It's probably never been worse.
Okay, I feel like it's Crow.
And yet, you can still see the good in small things. Acts of kindness. People trying to atone for past wrongs. Like an oasis in the desert. It's all a matter of perspective.
So, yeah, obviously, yes, it's Crow because
Yes,
bad
an old friend
luck.
taught me that.
And the guy tripped, but I feel like Crow counteracted his bad luck by catching the guy. Interesting.
What was so important that I needed to come all the way down here?
You can't spend all your time taking meetings in shade.
Robin.
Come on.
Is this one of those just wait, it's a surprise things? I'm not really
Just shut up a second. Here.
What is it? Ah. Remember her message. It's a
Things
mural.
might be bad. But my biggest regret is that none of you are here to see the good that you started.
And now a shadow is being casted on it.
Because you did start something.
Okay, what was the airship bringing? Because that's what I figured is casting that shadow. Oh? Oh! Okay. So the first person they saw was Crow? Memorial in the foreground.
How? You sent a message. And the world answered.
Hey, Crow, are you coming to the meeting or...
Okay,
Hey, everyone.
And now they're back. So that explains what was happening while they were gone. And we actually get quite a bit... Okay. So this is a little bit different. Oh, we actually get to see the, mural here. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna... I'm gonna save my afterthoughts for after all of this happens, because we get quite a bit right here, honestly, with the art that we got. And I like that end. The, excuse me, I know it's not the most pleasant thing to see someone cough, but it is what it is. Sinuses and all that junk. Yard work really messed me up last week. But yeah, that was actually, I like the fact that in the end, we get the ending like it's an actual episode, because this was what one of the episodes were meant to be. This was meant to be episode 12, as we heard them say at the very beginning. Granted, yes, we all know that it was only 10 episodes and this and that, but this was meant to be the final episode. It's the epilogue for, Volume 9. It tells us what everyone was doing in Vacuo in the time being, and it's a good thing. I don't know how much I'm going to give here on my afterthoughts, but yeah, I really like the fact that we got to actually see the mural. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about giving afterthoughts, because I've got thoughts in my head. One thought that I'm having right now is maybe maybe this was a pitch for studios out there who are wanting to pick up RWBY and actually distribute it and whatnot like that. Now, here's the problem with anybody getting the rights to RWBY, is the fact that there are reactors out there who upload the full episode. It's always been allowed that full episodes could be uploaded and reacted to and stuff like that. And I'm worried that when they do officially sell the distribution rights or the intellectual property rights to RWBY, because eventually, that's where I'm conflicted though. I don't know if, I know HBO is actually trying, Warner Brothers I should say, is shopping around RWBY right now, as well as Genlock and all these other ones. But I really hope whoever they sell it to, I'm hoping that the showrunners actually keep it in place to where people can do the reactions with the full episode. Because I know the RWBY fan base is used to people watching the show all the way through with the reactor. So that's really going to... Then on top of that, are we going to end up with a Genlock situation where HBO gets the rights? Because this is what happened with HBO. And I know I should be talking about the episode, but these are thoughts that have been in my head since I heard about Rooster Teeth being, disbanded and shut down. When HBO / Warner Brothers got the rights to Genlock, they went back to other reactors who reacted to the show and gave copyright strikes, which is different than a copyright claim. What they should have did was just go ahead and copyright claim the show and all that stuff, which Rooster Teeth did anyway, and not hit any channels. But Warner Brothers did that because the full episode was uploaded with a reaction, and it was a big debacle. Now, I'm hoping whichever company gets the rights to RWBY understands that this is just the way things were done with this show and doesn't alienate the fan base that's built around reactors and people who analyze the show and people who critique the show, or pretty much anybody who makes RWBY content. I really hope that I just hope that nobody just sits there and strikes channels down, because I've probably got 100 RWBY reactions alone on this channel. Yes, a lot of them are unlisted. If you really want to go and check out all of them, there's some of them I've got to work on getting unblocked. Particularly, I think, Volume 2. But just jump down to the description. I've got a whole playlist full of all of them, and they might be unlisted, but the playlist is public. So you can catch all that stuff down there. I've got a lot of stuff unlisted. Just if you see a show you like, majority of the episodes are unlisted, but yeah. Other than that, though, I did see Velvet there. She was smiling at Ren. What else could I say? I mean, I like... Is it wrong that I kind of like the fact that there could be a love triangle between Nora, Velvet, and Ren? Possibly. Or she was just being friendly. Maybe my mind is just, going 15 miles a minute, and I'm just kind of making stuff up in my head. I don't know. Maybe y'all seen it too and maybe thought the same thing. I don't know. But on top of that, see, here's what I like about this epilogue. I wish it was a full-on episode, but money, constraints, blah, blah, blah. I think, honestly, we could have had 3 full episodes, maybe even 4, with just the concept of this episode. We could have had a 4-episode epilogue, maybe even make them, shorter episodes, 10 minutes apiece. We could have followed Nora and followed her story instead of just following her for like 4 minutes. We could have then followed Ren and listened to him talk for more than just 2-3 minutes. We could have followed Oscar. We could have really stretched this out into 4 different episodes, but obviously I know we couldn't at the same time because of, you know, money. But yeah, maybe this is a pitch out there to try to get other people interested in doing a Volume 10 and, you know, trying to push that and getting it greenlit and stuff like that. I mean, it's a nice pitch, but at the same time, I don't know if it's going to work, honestly. Anyone who is sticking around, and holy crap, my ankle's killing me now. I messed it up like 2 weekends ago. If anyone's sticking around, here's my idea. It's just let the fans make their own ending. There's a lot of fan-made stuff starting to be produced. I know we got one of them, RWBY. Ice Queen, I think it is. Dust Queen, Ice Dust Queen. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but I know there's something out there. Then there's RWBY. Ever After. Is it Ever After? Forever After? Evermorrow. Haha. Oh, wait, Forevermorrow? Crap. I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a couple fan-made projects out there right now floating around that are really good. It's reimagining RWBY from the beginning a little bit more, but what if some of these fan animations kind of got together and did a official, unofficial Volume 10? Then the fans are creating the ending that they want. Granted, yes, it won't satisfy all fans, but at least it's something. I wish I had more about this. Majority of my afterthoughts has been about various other things that I guess I wanted to talk about since RWBY isn't around no more. Well, I say it ain't around, but I mean, holy crap. I don't know, they need to do something with RWBY. It is still a moneymaker. It is pretty much the top show that Rooster Teeth had, and they should be able to make something with it. I mean, Warner Brothers had a crossover with RWBY. Oh, hey, there's a train in the background. Warner Brothers had a crossover between RWBY and Justice League. Then they also had RWBY and DC Universe. I'm not 100% sure. I know I got all the comic books at the house, though. So they've tried to do stuff with this property. Hopefully they can get things done, but I do know one thing. Before I cough more than that, I should probably just go ahead and get off of here. Overall, I thoroughly enjoy this epilogue for what it was. It was pretty much to explain to the fans, hey, this is what happened in Vacuo when they were off doing their thing, and now they're back. Cool. Hopefully we'll get a Volume 10, but if not, there is other fan-made stuff out there. So we are now, I guess, we're now in the age of fan-made creations for RWBY, pretty much. And I'm talking, you know, some stuff besides like Silver and stuff like that. I'm talking about, you know, other stuff with a storyline. So I know there's a storyline to Silver and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but these are people who are making episodes after episodes after episodes. I think RWBY Evermorrow is up to episode 4 or 5. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, though, I'm shutting up. I'm going to get off of here, and then I'll go cough my lungs out because, yay, sinuses and pollen and stuff in the southeast of America sucks. And that's what I get for doing yard work. I should just hire somebody, but I'm too cheap. Either way, passing off to y'all. Hit the like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are. I do.